Hello there! In this video, I'm taking you through the full CELPIP speaking test. Yes, all 8 tasks. Feel free to pause anytime you need a moment to think or take notes. Let's get started. In task 1, you help someone to either make a decision or prepare for something. Your prep time is 30 seconds and your speaking time is 90 seconds. Here are some key strategies. Speak directly to the person. Provide at least 3 suggestions. Give a practical example or reason for each suggestion. Signal each new suggestion with a transition word or phrase. And finally, use a helpful and thoughtful tone. Let's take a look at a prompt. Your friend has recently started working remotely and is struggling to stay productive at home. What suggestions would you offer to help them improve their time management skills? Hey Joshua, I know working remotely can feel a bit overwhelming at first, especially when it comes to managing your time. One thing you should definitely try is setting a consistent daily routine. If you start and end work at the same time every day, it will help you stay focused and avoid working late into the evening. I'd also recommend using a planner or a digital calendar to organize your tasks. You might want to break your day into blocks, like one for emails, one for meetings, etc. That way, you will know exactly what you're supposed to be doing and when. Another tip is to make a to-do list each morning. If I were you, I'd tackle the hardest or most important task first, while your energy is high. Trust me, it makes the rest of the day feel way easier. Also, don't forget to take breaks. For example, work for 45 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It really helps with concentration. And if distractions are getting in the way, I'd suggest setting up a dedicated workspace. Even a small corner can make a big difference. Lastly, reflect on your day and ask yourself what went well and what you could improve. Over time, you will build habits that make remote work feel smooth and productive. You've got this, buddy. In task 2, you tell a story about a past experience. Your prep time here is 30 seconds and your speaking time is 60 seconds. Key strategies. Quickly decide what story you will tell. If you can't think of a real experience from your life, make one up. Use past tenses. Include descriptive details. And try to get your listener to feel how you felt. Let's practice with this prompt. Describe a time when you had to spend an entire day without using any digital devices. What led to that situation? What did you do instead? And how did it feel? So, last summer, I spent an entire day without any digital devices, and it wasn't even planned. My phone suddenly stopped working in the morning, and to make things worse, there was a power outage in my area. At first, I felt completely lost. I kept reaching for my phone out of habit, which was frustrating. Since the elevators weren't working, I had to go down the stairs from the 25th floor, which felt like a serious workout. After that, I went for a nice walk in the park and even tried sketching for fun. I also spent time chatting with my neighbors in the reception area, which was surprisingly refreshing. By the end of the day, I felt calm and recharged. It made me realize how much I rely on technology and how peaceful life can be without constant notifications, Frankly, it turned out to be one of the most relaxing days I've had in a long time. In task 3, you'll look at an illustration and describe what is happening. Prep time here is 30 seconds and your speaking time is 60 seconds. Key strategies are: start with a general statement about the picture. Then focus on some details. You don't need to describe everything. Build a clear picture. Use descriptive words and phrases. And make sure you describe the people's appearances, actions, and feelings. Let's take a look at a prompt. Describe some things that are happening in the picture below as well as you can. The person with whom you're speaking cannot see the picture. All right, take a moment here to take a look at the picture and take your notes. In this scene, I see a professional photo shoot taking place indoors. A photographer is actively taking pictures of a woman who is sitting on a tall stool and smiling confidently. The photographer is using a DSLR camera mounted on a tripod, and he's wearing a harness to keep his gear secure. The person being photographed is dressed casually in a light pink jacket and ripped jeans, striking a relaxed pose against a black backdrop. I notice that the room has large windows which allow natural light to pour in, creating a bright and welcoming atmosphere. There's also studio lighting equipment set up to enhance the photo quality. This scene likely captures a moment from a portrait session, and it seems like both the photographer and the subject are enjoying the process. Task 4. Here we describe what we think will happen next, and we use the same illustration as task 3. Prep time is 30 seconds, and speaking time is 60 seconds. Some strategies to remember. Use your imagination, but be realistic. Your predictions should be related to what you see the people doing. Ask yourself, what actions might the people do next? Also ask yourself, what feelings might they experience as a result? And number 5, consider the surrounding people and objects in the picture to help you think of those ideas. Let's take a look at a prompt. Describe what you think will happen next. As you can see, we're using the same illustration as task 3. Take a moment here to think or take notes. Based on what I see in this image, I believe the photo shoot will continue for a little while longer. The photographer is fully equipped with a DSLR camera and a harness, which suggests they're working professionally and may be capturing multiple poses. I think the subject will likely change their posture or facial expression to give the photographer more variety. Since there's studio lighting and natural light coming through the windows, the photographer might adjust the lighting setup to experiment with different effects. It's also possible that the subject will change outfits to create a different look for the next round of photos. After the shoot, I predict the photographer will review the images on a computer and begin the editing process. Overall, it seems like this session is going smoothly, and the final portraits will probably be used for a portfolio, social media, or even promotional material. Task 5 is divided into 2 sections. In part 1, select an option from 2 choices. You will not speak in part 1. In part 2, persuade someone that your chosen option is better than the one they're proposing. In part 1, your prep time is 60 seconds and there's no speaking. In part 2, your prep time is 60 seconds and your speaking time is also 60 seconds. Key strategies. In part 1, read and understand the situation first. compare the information provided for the two options, and quickly choose which one you prefer to talk about. In part 2, read the information about the new option. Think of details and reasons to explain why your choice is better, and use specific language to explain your choice and expand on the information included with the picture. Let's practice with this prompt. You and your partner want to purchase a personal transport device. There are some options. Using the pictures and the information, choose the option that you prefer. Next, you will persuade your partner that this is the best choice. For the sake of this exercise, I've chosen the e-bike. Your partner is suggesting another type of personal transport. Persuade them that the option you chose is more suitable by comparing the two. So I'm going to compare the e-bike and the Vespa in terms of price, range, top speed, and the cost of insurance. Honey, I know you're leaning toward the Vespa, and I get it. It's stylish, fast, and has a decent range. But honestly, I think the e-bike makes way more sense for us right now. First off, it's only about $2,000 compared to $8,000 for the Vespa, and that's a huge difference. Plus, we won't need to pay $95 a month for insurance, which adds up fast. Sure, the Vespa goes farther and faster, but for city commuting, the e-bike's 35-kilometer range and 45 kilometers per hour speed are more than enough. It's perfect for short trips, errands, and getting around traffic. And since it's electric, we're saving money on fuel and doing something good for the environment too. My choice is low maintenance, lightweight, and easier to park in the apartment. I really think it's the smarter, more practical choice for everyday use. What do you say? Should we go test ride one this weekend? In task 6, we explain a decision to a friend, family member, acquaintance, or a customer, for example. Your prep time is 60 seconds and your speaking time is also 60 seconds. Things to remember. Speak directly to the person. Be considerate but firm. Speak in a respectful way. Clearly outline the problem. Explain your decision. And finally, provide effective reasons to support your decision. Let's practice with this prompt. Your boss has asked you to work over the weekend, but you've promised your grandparents that you will visit them on Sunday. Either talk to your boss, explain why you won't be able to work on the weekend, or talk to your grandparents and explain why you can't visit them on Sunday. I've chosen the latter. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. I wanted to talk to you about this Sunday. I know I promised to come visit, and I was really looking forward to it. But something unexpected came up at work. My boss has asked me to help with an important project over the weekend, and unfortunately, I can't say no this time. It's a deadline we can't miss, and they really need my support. I feel terrible about changing plans, especially since I know how much you were looking forward to spending time together. I'll make it up to you, though. I'm free next weekend, and I'd love to come by then and maybe even bring lunch or cook something special for you. I hope you understand. I miss you both, and I'll call you on Sunday evening to check in. Love you. In task 7, you answer a "do you think" question with your opinion. Prep time is 30 seconds and speaking time is 90 seconds. Key strategies here are: read the question carefully and be sure your response is on topic. Quickly decide whether you will answer yes or no. Give about 3 reasons to support your position. Support each reason with specific details. Present your ideas logically and use transitions to signal new ideas. Let's practice with this prompt. Some universities are considering switching to a 4-day class schedule to reduce stress and improve student well-being. Do you think this is a good idea? Why or why not? Yes, I think switching to a 4-day class schedule is a great idea, especially when it comes to reducing stress and improving student well-being. As we all know, university life can be incredibly demanding. Between lectures, assignments, part-time jobs, and social pressures, students often feel overwhelmed. Giving them an extra day off during the week could definitely help restore some balance. With a 3-day weekend, students would have more time to rest, catch up on studies, or even pursue hobbies and internships. That extra day could also be used for mental health support, group projects, or simply decompressing, which is something many students desperately need but rarely get. Plus, from an academic standpoint, fewer days doesn't necessarily mean less learning. Universities could restructure classes to be slightly longer or more focused, making the schedule more efficient. Of course, it would require careful planning to avoid cramming too much into 4 days, but overall, I think it's a smart move. In the final task, task 8, we describe a picture of an unusual item or situation to someone who can't see what you're looking at. Prep time here is 30 seconds, and speaking time is 60 seconds. Strategies. Start by setting up the role play scenario. For example, "Hi, Joe." Describe the unique aspects of the picture. Focus on the things that you can describe well. If you can't think of accurate and specific vocabulary, create phrases using common words. Finally, end by finishing this imaginary phone call. Let's practice with this prompt. You are at a gallery and see an interesting painting. Call your friend Sally and describe in detail what the painting looks like and ask her if she would like you to buy it for her. Take a second here to look and take notes. Hi Sally, it's me. I just saw this painting and immediately thought of you. Picture this. It's a surreal Halloween party scene, but not the usual spooky stuff. It's vibrant, fun, and a little bizarre in the best way. The room is glowing with warm orange light from jack-o'-lanterns, and the guests are dressed in the most unusual costumes. There's a woman in a sleek reptile suit, a guy with a giant raven head in a tuxedo, and even a smiling, skull-faced woman in a black dress. It's weird, elegant, and totally eye-catching. The colors are bright and playful, and the whole vibe is more whimsical than creepy. I know how much you love art that sparks conversation, and this one definitely does. It would look amazing in your living room or even your studio. Give me a call and let me know whether you want me to buy it for you. Nice work, you made it to the end. If you're wondering how CELPIP speaking tests are a score or want to sharpen your skills with more sample responses, this is the right channel for you. Just click on the playlist here. There's a whole series waiting for you. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. And if you're looking for personalized help, I also offer private online tutoring. Good luck and happy learning, everybody!